You know, maybe you need glasses, maybe 1,000 things. So you want it to just be at the level it was when you started. And and this is just another piece on this. 20 seconds is really a long time. 1,000, 1,000, you know, it's a long time, 20 seconds. And what are you going to do for those 20 seconds? You're going to look at far. You're going to breathe. And in figure ground, figure is your breath. Ground is your vision. Okay? You concentrate on your breath as your focus and allow your eyes to let go. And you do that and it'll clear up. Happens all the time. And that 20-20 rule, 20-20-20 rule is what I told patients to do when just for computer use. It was not, had nothing to do with Zoom or any of this stuff. So this is as the commonly used term, this is visual stress on steroids. I mean, this is as visual stressed as you can get. And because what's the other thing that, the other piece of this is that what do you guys do? What are you guys doing when you're not doing Zoom calls? You're looking at your computer. You're looking at your phone. You're reading the news. Oh, that should be a nice light experience. You're actually, your screen time is not limited to the Zoom call because we're looking at our phones or our computers, especially if we're inside, all day long. All day long, morning till night. Everybody is. And that is just over the top fatigue. So now, I want to just show you something else. And by the way, anyone, maybe we should do the 20-20-20 rule. You want to do? Let's do 20 seconds. You've listened to me for a half an hour. Why don't you take your reading glasses off? Those of you who are wearing progressives, a few of you are probably wearing progressives. Just look through the top part of your glasses and look out at something as far away as you can and get it into focus for 20 seconds. Try it. Don't cover an eye, both eyes. Just let it go. And just allow yourself to be aware of that periphery as best you can. Get it into focus. Okay? How did that feel?
May I ask a question?
Of course.
In terms of on the screen and also looking at the thing away, is my goal to be looking at it, but also see as much periphery as
Yes.
possible? That's the most relaxing thing. And when I'm watching you now, I should be thinking about as much periphery as possible so that I'm not.
I think that the answer is yes and no.
Okay.
Okay. I think that it's for us now. I was thinking about this before. For us now, it's tricky. You've never done this before, and now you're sitting with your clients, and you need to be present. So I'm proposing that maybe you can work on this somewhat outside of it. And by the way, I'll make my plug. And my plug is that I've decided I'm going to do an online vision therapy class, a 4-week vision therapy class with way more exercises than I'm obviously going to do here. And it's sort of a way to get your eyes more balanced and more open. The answer to your question, and so if anybody's interested in anything like that, just my email is up there somewhere in the chat. Or Therese, yep, it's still there. And you can, and you can copy it off there if you want to. And also for after this, if questions come up or anything comes up, just send me an email and I'll be happy to answer any questions about anything. Okay. Hopefully about your eyes, but if you want and you want me to espouse any other theories about life, I'm ready to do that in a second. Okay. So, the 20-20-20 rule, yes, absolutely, you should do that. So that is that you're going to look at that, you're going to focus on your breath, and you're going to widen yourself as best you can. Because we know that for the past 20 minutes, if you weren't totally narrowed in, you were partially narrowed in. So why wouldn't I want you to do that when you're at the computer? My concern for those of you who are professionals and are working with clients, my only concern is whether you might get distracted. As Steve said before, he said, well, how do I focus periphery and focus here? So in other words, it's a foreign concept, and it's a foreign concept to most people. So if he was thinking about how do I focus on my periphery, the chances of him being able to listen to his client is going to be less, because he's really kind of zeroing in on something that he hasn't mastered. Okay? But I think that it's something that you can practice, because you have so many other opportunities in this 20-20-20 thing. You have tons of opportunities like that. Okay? And because this is a very small group, we can refer to Terry, because I work with Terry's son in my office. And so he's a great example of this. So he's massively stressed out. He has a visual problem, but he's also massively stressed out due to a very intense college program. So I gave him this 20-20-20 thing right off the bat. And he told me he saw this, big difference just doing that. And just doing that can make us qualitative difference if you did nothing else. So I want to talk about tuning forks. Why? Because they're here and they're next to my computer, and it's my lecture. So there you go. But anyway, let me tell you why. Okay. So tuning forks. So Therese Bimka, my humble assistant and ex-wife, who is also on this call, is going to, if you're interested in these, we'll show you how to order them. But what they are is, and I want to just talk about them because they're really important. About 2 years ago, I took a course in sound healing at the New York Open Center, just because, I figured eyes here, ears here, it's close, I figured and I had no particular interest in it at all, but I decided to take it. And I met this fellow, his name's John Bellew, and he, for those of us in the Hudson Valley, which is not all of us, but we're all very familiar with his work. And I became good friends with him. And I started using these tuning forks in my practice, and to just astronomical results. And he and I actually have collaborated, and we've come up with, I work with colored light. We've come up with tuning forks that relate to specific colors. And, but that's a different topic for a different time. We're not going to talk about that now. So what this is these tuning forks are they're a fifth in music. They're C and G. And what they do is they create a resonance in the patient when they listen to it. And it affects, I won't get into too technicalities, it affects the vagus nerve, which is the master nerve of the body, da-da-da-da. But what it basically does is it heightens relaxation and actually heightens your immunity. And so, and it heightens your immunity. Again, it's too much of a tangent, but basically by producing nitrous oxide in the body. So I have been instructed by my humble assistant that these will not sound good over Zoom. So I'll give it a shot anyway. Should I give
Yeah.
it a shot? What do you think, Therese?
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Okay, so ready? And so what a treatment is you don't tap them together like that. I just did. But you tap them and you listen to them until the sound dissipates. And then you switch hands. You do it again. That's the treatment. That's it. Takes about 2 minutes. And what I think it actually does, because I have a couple of minutes, I'll just say, what I think it actually does is it puts the patient into flow, into such a state of relaxation that what happens is all other modalities work better. So in other words, when I used it in my practice, the reason that I had such good results was that this primed the patient for all the other stuff that I did. And I'm suggesting it here because you could get, I mean, I do it twice a day, and it is extremely good to help relax you. And also, but really, actually, the tone itself will boost your immunity. So, Therese, so if you're interested, so should we do this or not?
Yeah, we could do it. So
Yeah,
here's
so let me just show you. If you're interested, this is how you can go onto my website, which is holisticeyecare.com. You hit sound therapy, which is on the top. Then you scroll down in sound therapy to that. Click here to purchase tuning forks. You hit that, and you end up in John's website. And then you scroll down again it's very simple, to tuning forks, to body tuners, to C&G. And that's it. Click it, Therese. And then you can order them. And yeah, and they're $60. So it's it's one of those, it's my only plug, but I would really argue highly if you can do that. And if you want to get it, I would make a great case for it. So, but that's what those are. Something else that I do in the practice that I'm not going to go into much is we use colored light and colored and glasses and different filters and things. These are glasses that you want to wear, in case, so you can look somewhat alien, right? So you put them on, and then I can just completely check out altogether. But anyway, but this is something that we use in the office, and it also gives a tremendous amount of balance to the patients. So let's talk for a moment about, are there any questions, by the way, anywhere along the way? I figure if you have questions, you'll just tell me. Go ahead. What? Wait, I get to unmute you. Willow, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Willow Harrington.
Hi.
And I wanted to say that when I put those glasses on, because Jerry came to we're in a different venue, and he brought his tuning forks and his glasses, and we put them on, and there were like 3 different shades, and they had a definite mood effect, very relaxing. So one was more enlivening, another one was more relaxing. It was pretty amazing to feel it, and it's great.
Well, thank you. I paid Willow to say this. I
Yes, you did.
I have these people that I kind of plant into the lecture to say.
No, I'm going to pay you for this.
Good, it's even better. Oh, this is really rolling. All right, I'm muting you. Bye. Okay, well, thank you very much. Anyway, so I want to talk about blue light.